Hi, I'm Sherry Minelli. Welcome to my channel. And today we're talking about synchronicity. Did you know that you could create synchronicity? So a few days ago, a friend of mine next door, Marcy, asked if I could do a meditation for her on creating more synchronicity because she had seen a Mel Robbins podcast, YouTube, where she had interviewed Dr. I think it's Tom Myers about how in his research he discovered that you could actually create synchronicity. And being that my friend Jana calls me the synchronicity queen, I thought this would be a really great video to do, and it would be a really great experiment. So, how do I create synchronicity? I think that the first most important thing that you need to do is you have to have a goal. And once you have a goal or a purpose, or if you've read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, you have a definite chief aim, I think that helps tremendously because I kind of feel like it's the universe's way of giving you a wink or telling you that you're on the right path and this is your guidepost. So start by writing down a few things you want. And if you really don't know your life purpose yet, and I didn't know mine until about a year ago, just start by any kind of goal or desire you have, even if it seems really silly, like you want to travel to a certain place or whatever. You want to clean your house from top to bottom and get really organized. Whatever it is, by completing that goal, it will lead to something else. And then it'll lead to another desire and another desire. And before you know it, you'll start figuring out what your life path is. So back to the synchronization and synchronicity. My friend Marcy thought it would be really fun to do. And so I said to her, okay, well, what is it that you want to do that you'd like to create more synchronicity with? And she said, well, I'm just completing my certificate for a home inspector. I need to find a home inspector so that I can kind of apprentice with them. And I said, okay, well, let me go get my computer and I'll be back in a few minutes and we'll start. So I go back and get my computer, my laptop, and I get back to her house and we're just about to record. And as we're about to record, her phone bings, and it is somebody that she spoke to a week ago at work, who at that very moment sent her a text saying, "Oh, by the way, here is the contact for that guy I was telling you about who might be able to help you be an apprentice." And I thought, okay, is that not more perfect to have the universe kind of do an exclamation mark right there, right as we're about to start this video on synchronicity? So anyway, with that meditation, I had recorded the meditation and something in me said, just wait a little bit. And it's been a week and I'm glad I did because I've kind of come up with a better way of doing it. I am going to do EFT tapping, which is my one thing that I really love and really has helped me and a lot of other clients. And I'm also going to do the meditation. And the meditation will be at the end of this, and I'll put a link down in the description in case you want to move straight to the meditation. The way I would use the meditation is if you're if you're going to sleep or taking a nap, listen to that. It'll get into your subconscious mind and give your subconscious the thoughts that you want to see more synchronization in your life. And for the EFT tapping, I'd recommend that you do it now. With the EFT tapping, if you haven't heard of EFT tapping, it's something where I will tap on different parts of my body and then you'll repeat it. You'll repeat what I say and also the tapping. So if you are listening to this and you're someplace in public where you can't say something out loud and you can't tap because it would look weird, just do it quietly in your head. Just imagine you're tapping and imagining you're saying this out loud. But if you can get a chance to be someplace alone and you can do this out loud, I think it really helps. And the reason that I love EFT is because it makes you more of an active participant. You're saying what you want to create instead of it being told to you and you just kind of accepting it. You're actually saying, yeah, this is what I want to create. So as we do the EFT tapping, if there's ever a time or wording that doesn't work for you, just change the wording. There's really no wrong or right answer here. It's more of an art than it is a science. So if I use the word universe and you would prefer God or a different word for God, go ahead and use it. Or if you'd like spirit, it doesn't really matter. I just want it to be your truth and for it to be comfortable for you. So I'm going to probably do another video at some point just explaining EFT tapping. But the way that I believe it works is when you're tapping on your body, it opens up your subconscious. And so your subconscious is wide awake going, oh, wait, she wants to tell me something. So I think that is one really great way of programming your mind. When we start out with EFT, you'll notice that we start with the negative. And a lot of times we have an emotion and we're either trying to get over it, under it, around it. We just don't want to deal with it. And this is really true when we're talking about grief. And I'll probably do a grief EFT video soon because it's the holidays and I know a lot of people have grief over the holidays. But a lot of times with our emotions, we just don't want to experience it. And so I always get the sense from my mind that it's my mind going, oh, Sherry, you don't want to deal with this and you're not hearing me. And so the messages get louder and the repeating, the looping in my head gets louder. And then I'll start having dreams which seem to be stressful or alluding to that emotion that I'm experiencing that I'm trying to avoid. And I feel like when we do the EFT tapping, you just spend a few minutes tapping and focused on that emotion and it goes, oh, you're listening to me. Okay, now I can go away. So we start with a negative, then we go to letting it go and letting go, releasing. And then I like to go into something really positive because I think that nature abhors a vacuum and so does the mind. So if I am saying something about, lessening this emotion or releasing it, I feel like it doesn't really release until I decide to go into a positive direction. So that's the way I'm going to go. Now with synchronicity, it's a little lighter. We're not really erasing any emotion per se. Although when I do this karate chop, I like to start with the skepticism or the doubt that you might have that you can actually create synchronicity in your life. So you might want to pause here and write down a few things that you would like to see in your life have more synchronicity, like maybe it's something with your job, maybe it's something with your finances, maybe it's something with relationships, whatever it is. And what's the second part of this? I would do the EFT tapping, maybe even once a day until you feel really comfortable with it. Listen to the meditation when you go to sleep or when you're waking up in the morning or if you're taking a nap. And if you can, and if you're willing, place a comment down below because what I have noticed is that if you put that energy down there of what you're hoping for, I really believe that everybody else kind of focuses on your comment and they're hoping that you receive it as well. And when you come back in a day or a few days and you relate any story, any synchronization that happens, what happens is it gives energy to everybody else. And they're excited. They get excited that they see other people creating that synchronization, and it creates more of a belief in their own head, and then they start to create more synchronization. So it would help everybody, and I think it would be fun to send it to that Dr. Tom Myers in case it helps his research. And I'm going to put a link below to that Mel Robbins podcast because that was really great. But synchronicity, as far as I'm concerned, I can create it all the time. So I really think that you can create it all the time. So we're going to do this tapping now. Remember, whatever I say, you just repeat, but you can change the words if it would be more comfortable to you or more true. And then I'm going to follow this with a meditation. So let's go. Okay, we're going to start at the karate chop. You can do either hand, it doesn't matter. And we're going to say, Even though I might not believe that I can create the synchronicity, and now you're going to repeat that. I accept how I feel, and I love and approve of myself. Even though I'm not quite sure, I might be skeptical, and I might be doubtful that I can create this synchronicity. I accept how I feel, and I love and honor myself. Even though I might have a little skepticism, I might not feel like I know how to create the synchronicity. I accept how I feel, and I'm willing to give it a try. Now the next point is gonna be right here, the eyebrow, the very top, like where your eyebrows end. Now you can do one hand, you can do two hands, either side. It really doesn't matter. I'm just gonna do one because it's easier here. And just say this synchronicity. Now we're going to the side of the eye, really at the edge. I wonder if I can create synchronicity. Next is right under the eye. And just say, what would happen if I could? Next one is right there under the nose. I'm open to this possibility. And then right now here at the chin, I love when synchronicity happens to me. Right there at the collarbone, there's two little bones here. Tap both. I know what my goals are, and I would like to see some synchronicity with my goals. Okay, under the arm, I kind of just go up and down. I don't know that there's a particular point. It really doesn't matter, but I just go up and down. And just say, I'm creating more synchronicity in my life. Okay, I do my EFT a little different. I do wrist together. So wrist together. The universe is giving me a wink. And again, if you don't like the word universe, you can use God or spirit, whatever you want. Top of the head, just right here. What if I started seeing more synchronization in my life now? Okay, just follow me. We're going to go to the eyebrow point again, and I'm not going to tell you all the points. We'll just go through it more fluidly. I love feeling one with the universe. I wonder what's going to happen now. I'm excited to see what will happen. I'm excited to read the comments and see what other people will have happen to them. Something wonderful is happening to me now. I've decided to notice any synchronization that's happening in my life. And I am so thankful to the universe and to God for sending these. I'm excited about my definite chief aims, my purpose, my path. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mind, body, and spirit. Amen. Now take 5 long, slow, deep breaths. Just allow that ease and flow. The ease and flow of that synchronicity to come back into your life. And in just a moment, we're going to do a meditation. And this is something that you can listen to now. And you don't have to fall asleep to it. You could just listen to it while you're doing your chores, doing laundry or getting ready in the morning, whatever. But, it should help you get into the right mind frame of synchronization. And I think I'm going to be doing a second episode here where I talk about some of the amazing synchronicities that have happened in my life, because I know that the more you hear about those, the more it will help you to create those in your life.